In a quiet corner of Cheshire, hidden from view for more than 50 years, are a couple of old Austin 7s that need a bit of love.
That one's a Ruby, 1938. Oh, and that one, the Austin, the baby Austin, is 1932, same age as me.
Well, it's got more bits falling off.
Yeah, there's her.
Phyllis Porter has been wondering what to do with them for decades.
My dad bought it me. It might have been late 60s, early 70s. And he brought it me for a run around so I could get out. And unfortunately, it broke down soon after I had it.
It's been in the corner of this garage alongside the other one ever since. But the car's time has come. Their fate lies in the balance. So along with daughter Jill and Jill's husband Paul, it's time to close the book.
What can you remember about the sort of look and style of the car?
It was slow. That's all I can think. It was very, very slow. Didn't go very fast, so we always had a queue behind us. We had quite a lot of people in it, didn't we?
Sometimes, just neighbours.
And you didn't have to have seat belts and things, did you, in those days?
No, it was a different world then. They were good old days, they were. There wasn't much traffic on the road. I think it was very complicated to drive. I think we had a little thing on the steering wheel. When you were going along at a certain mileage, you had to turn this thing on the steering wheel. I think it was very complicated, because I'm sure you used to have to double clutch it then.
Moving on to Ruby.
That came later. I think it came from an old farmer. He wanted to get rid of it, and my husband said, oh, we'll have it. And it came, and that's how it came. It was just like that.
That's not
They
been
never
touched.
touched it.
I thought this had indicators.
It did have, sure. I mean, if the indicators didn't work, you stuck your arm out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come on. Nobody does it nowadays.
No, you don't have to indicate if you've got a BMW.
Oh, we've got a little mouse. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, it's gone underneath.
We just had a mouse.
Oh, it's there. Look, it's gone round there. It's behind the timber.
what are we going to find when we start moving these cars?
A lot of mice.
A lot of mice, probably.
I hope they're worth a lot. I've seen minis come, I've seen anglers come, and I've seen, seen them all, and they're all making money. Anyway, I don't know, but as much as possible.
Fueled by digestives, Jack and apprentice Little Jack have made it to Cheshire to collect the two vintage Austins quicker than you can say dunk.
Hello, Yoshi Phyllis.
I'm finished.
How are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
How are we doing?
We're in here, are we? Oh, blimey.
Oh,
Here we go, look. This is going to be fun. Wow. We've got some work to do, Jackie boy. Dad sent me on this one. He was going to send me on my own, and say, yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be able to push him on the trailer, he says.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but
Most likely.
I'm sure we'll be able to do it.
Motor for the millions went the ads, and the Austin 7 was just that. An absolute game changer that brought cheap motoring to the masses. Nicknamed the Baby Austin because of their small size, the 7 was the first mass-market car to be controlled by the same 3 foot pedals we use today. One of the vehicles that changed everything, the 7 was a pioneering car of the people. It made Austin and BMW, who had licensed the design as their first car, the Dixie. In total, 300,000 were made, and 7,000 still survive. If you see one of these on the road, you will be smiling, but probably be behind it.
It is. That was close, wasn't it?
You always get an easy job, Jude, don't you?
Oh no. It'll be right. Let's get cracking. Hopefully, they'll be fairly free. Start the truck up, Jack. Start the truck up for when we're winching. Make sure handbrake's on well. Now we're rolling, that's handy.
I remember it coming. I said, whatever have you bought that for? Because it was exactly like that when it came. You know, it was in that condition. That's it. Oh, dear. Like I was had to stand out all these years. Yeah. Yeah, I can put my car in this winter.
I'm hoping this front end will pull itself round, but I might be wishful thinking, truthfully. There we go. Ride it along that crease. Yeah, keep left a bit. I'll do it there.
Yeah. As far as we're aware, Jack, everything's there.
Good.
Just not in the right order.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Just hope they're very good at, is it Jenga or
That's it.
something like that, Rubik's cubing.
So is this actually your first collection, Jack?
Yeah, first, like, one that's a bit further than a couple of miles down the road. Yeah. It's the first proper one, so yeah, it's all right.
We just had a little scenic tour out, didn't we, Jacko?
It was quite nice, to be honest.
Yeah, just a nice little date day. Jacko's loving it. Yeah, Phyllis, bless her. I thought she might be getting upset, but she doesn't seem too fussed, I don't think. I think she's happy for a bit of room in a garage, bless her. Nice to meet you, Phyllis. I know that's the next challenge now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a
One
ring.
thing getting them on, it's another getting them off.
That's it. Good. Right, we'll get out your way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Glad to have got rid of them, really. Because they're
Well, Mum
rusting.
is.
Yeah. They're just
Yeah.
rusting.
Hey, somebody might enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as I say, keep somebody out of mischief.
It will, won't it?
Go on. Go on. Yeah, not too much.
The Austins are back at base. It was another tough job for Jack, but Derek's having none of it.
Well, you old boys making a bit of a go of it, weren't you? Me and your dad had got somewhere 20 years ago, no winch, we'd have pushed it on ourselves. Don't know they're born, do they?
Wait till you see this.
Hey?
You'll see it was all bloody locked on.
Yeah, I bet. Making excuses, man. We'd get somewhere, either no winch or winch packed up. Two of us had pushed that on. Me and my mum. Trouble is, you see, you send these young lads out. They can't cope. They can't cope, honestly. Had it too soft. You send them out, you get a phone call, they say, "Bah, a right going on here." Talk of every wheel was locked up. And it's always a bit hard to pull, though, when you've got a burger in one hand and a Coke in the other, you know what I mean? Put that trailer back as far as it'd go.
You know when you've heard me say in the past, wants a little bit of weekend work?
Just once or twice.
Well, this one's more than one weekend's work. But it's an Austin 7. I would think it's about 1934. It's a box saloon, as you can see. Not ultra valuable done, but 7,000 or 8,000 quid looking lovely, I suppose, something on that line.
But Derek, it's going to take more than that to get it done.
No, it's not, because the man who's going to do it isn't going to count his 5,000 hours that he's going to spend on it. So all he's going to think, well, paint, well, paint won't cost me much. I'll get some paint cheap and that sort of thing and bits and pieces, and I want odds and sods, new running board and bits and pieces. But there I've just fished out. There's one thing he won't need.
Well, it might sound like a silly question, Derek, but What is it?
I'm telling you. There it goes on there, and it's the gasket that fits on there. There you go. You got one of them now, look, so you haven't got to buy one of them. So there's like, I don't know, but there's like 15 quid saved, isn't it? So, lovely. But generally speaking, if you look round the car, it's a straight old car, you know. It really is a level old thing. Look how solid all the panels are. The engine looks as though it could run this afternoon. In fact, the chances are, if that's free, if she were free, but she's not, so the first thing to do, I would do, just for a bit of novelty, whip the plugs out, fill the bores up with diesel and see if you can free it off. And if you can free that engine up, I bet we'd have that running in 20 minutes. Look at the tyres. They came off the road like that. He's got his last 8 now out of them tyres, hasn't he? So we've got straight panels, we've got a lovely straight radiator surround, we've got a really nice mint core, undamaged, we've got an engine bay that you could almost tonce up as it is. You've got a sunroof that's seen no work at all, look at it. Perfect. Windscreen much the same, windscreen surround exactly the same. Steering wheel in superb order. Look at that headlining. Absolutely original, totally original. This will live again. No question about it.
It's the old story that there's an optimum time to move such things, isn't there? Do we think they're worth anything? We're going to find out in a minute, aren't we?
The Austin 7 and the Austin Ruby. There's loads of spares that go with them. It's one big package. They're all down at the farm at the moment there. We help you load them, don't worry about that. The lady who owns them is just slightly north of retirement age.
91. You wouldn't think so, though. You would not think so.
How lovely is that?
She was more switched on than Jack.
More switched on than Jack. She was more of help than Jack.
More help than Jack as well, yeah.
I did it there. I heard Jack was sat down eating cucumber sandwiches.
I know, yeah. She was winching it on with me.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. £3,600 we've got. 27, 28, 2008, 2008, 29. 2009 on sale then at £3,000. At £3,000, the whole package. We'll load you up down the farm. Don't worry, we'll get everything that we've got. You're going to get. There we are. £3,000. We're going to sell at £3,000. Then at £3,000 for the first, second, third, and last time they're on sale at £3,000.
£3,000. That's scary, isn't it? But again, maybe somebody's into that sort of thing and wants the parts and knows what they're looking for.
What a lot of work, don't they? But they're Austin 7s. An Austin 7 men of army, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, there you go.
The Austin 7 Baby and Ruby are still together, and new owners Tim and Julie are hoping to have the cars re-registered soon. Then the restoration work will begin in earnest. Little bits have been done, and already the cars are looking more like their old selves.
Spoken to Malcolm on the phone a couple of times. He's got some really interesting stuff, one of which is a pre-war BSA, which apparently went over with the Expeditionary Force at the outbreak of war. And of course, the equipment that they took over there was abandoned. And this was one of them. I think we're going to maybe look at or pick up 4 bikes. But this one bike is the star.
Like many collectors, Malcolm Barlow has spent happy years putting together a treasured collection.
This has never been actually really restored.
That was followed by some traumatic years in the full knowledge that he was eventually going to have to sell them, including his pre-war BSA J12.
These are the rarest BSAs you'll ever come across. They were made in very, very limited numbers, and this one was supplied to the RAF under a special Air Ministry contract. It was sent into Belgium. When the troops had to come out, they just left everything. They just jumped into a truck or whatever. The pilots would jump into their aircraft, fly them home, and everything else was left.
The bike remained exiled in Belgium until Malcolm found out about it.
So me and my son bottle off down at Dover, so we did a deal for the bike. I must admit, I paid a lot of money for it. The only difference between this bike and its original condition is put a civilian fuel tank on. This bike would never have had a chrome tank with the ministry.
To get the bike's wartime provenance nailed down involved getting hold of military intelligence.
I was eventually put in touch with a man who is a freelance military writer, and he replies to my letter. This one may have been captured or hidden away by civilians. It is a very rare survivor. I've spent a lot of years collecting these motorcycles and others, but at the end of the day, old man time just catch up with you. And unfortunately, having recently gone through cancer treatment, I am not the man I was. So it's time to let them go to somebody else and let them enjoy them, and especially this iconic bike, it wants preserving and saving. Bit more.
What a driver, eh? What a driver. Straight in, not even, didn't even have to have a shunt. How about that, eh?
Derek's landed in Doncaster, where Malcolm Barlow's BSAs are all lined up, present and correct.
Right then, what we got? Oh, we got some fancy
We've got two
stuff here,
silver
then.
stars.
Yeah, aye.
We got a Rocket Gold Star replica, 16 to 20 for a genuine one.
I've got a Goldie that I should be selling that I wouldn't have took less than 20 grand for 5 years ago.
Yeah.
10 grand now. Run through with me what I've got to try and get.
I will look into return 6.5 on Rocket Goldie. The two silver stars. Do you think I'm being too unrealistic at 7.5 and 7?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Won't make
well,
it.
Well,
yeah, won't make it.
You know the market.
Yeah, won't make it.
You know the market. Come on, talk to me.
Yeah, but you ain't going to like it. 5.5 grand.
5.5 grand.
It's a bit of an insult, I know, but it's fact, I'm afraid. What about that end one, then?
Well, this is going to be the Marmite one.
Is it? See
This
that
is
bit,
one
yeah.
of 200 of a War Department one.
Yeah.
And it's stamped with War Department numbers. This is one of only 2 that's known to exist.
Obviously, you firmly believe that it was military and it went over there,
Well,
and it was, or whatever it might be.
It can't be anything other than military.
What you got aimed for then, Malcolm? What sort of money?
About 26.
Hmm.
Come and see a restored one. If you like to spend 30 grand on that bike outside there, that's what you'll end up with.
This is also a BSA J12, but not the military version, which is the one people want.
The chances are it will be genuine, it will be right, but there's nothing to back it up. So I can't see how we can say that. I've got my doubts about it, really. It don't even look a military bike, does it, you know? If it was there in khaki at a military tank... No, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, sorry. Rocket Gold Star, replica. What did we put this one in at?
6.5 plus.
Yeah, that's it, 6.5, it's money.
It's a cheap bike if it got sold for that.
These are a long bike, aren't they? The remaining old guys are buying lightweights, you know, bantams and downwards. They just can't lug these about, and I don't blame them. Perfect.
You don't want to take this J12 then?
Tell you what I'll do, I'll make a few phone calls, and if I can get one of my bigger buyers warm on it, I'll ring you and I'll come and get it.
Nice to have met you.
And you, love, and you. And I'll keep you informed. I'll do that bit of paperwork, pop it in the post to you.
Yeah, no problem.
Just hoping the bags don't come back, so...
I'll do my best for you. We'll try. Right, I'll make a move. Good show. See you again soon. In you get, then.
The wartime BSA has made it, and the classic car film units are busy with the promo for the auction website.
Alan's going to do a marvellous video on this BSA.
Hang on, I'm just having a look at what I'm supposed to be saying.
Right, are you ready?
Yeah. Right, folks, just in with us, this BSA J12 1936 overhead valve 500cc V-twin. Very rare bike, a lot of history with it. It's got a clutch, advanced retard, dip switch. They wouldn't have lights during it while though, would they? Because there'd be a blackout, wouldn't there?
I'm sure the candle. Or gas.
Go on the candle bars.
And the candle bars, yeah.
So headlights, a candle, and this is candle bars at the back of it. We get after in this end, don't we?
We're not professionals, but we get by.
If selling bikes was as easy as riding them, Derek would be well in. The wartime BSA is up for auction with the kind of history he dreams about.
Apparently went over to France and remained there. People have got to understand that most of our kit that went over there didn't come back, and it was either blown up or stolen. If this went over with the expeditionary force, which it allegedly did, then the Germans or the French would have snaffled it up. No doubt some Frenchmen did and thought, oh, I'll keep that till after the war, and it'd be interesting to know what shed it languished in for years and years, but I bet it did. The intriguing thing about it really, and the bit that I'm just a little tiny bit concerned about, is it's not now in military uniform, for the want of a better word. I can only imagine that someone's gone to quite a lot of trouble to strip it, change the tank, replace the tank, paint it up and etc. And in my opinion, it leaves no sign of it being a military machine. So I'm a little bit sceptical about it, and I can't help being that. But apparently all the numbers and the records check out. There you go. Make your own mind up about it. Extremely rare bike. It's a brilliant vehicle and a fantastic purchase for somebody, but not at 27,000 quid. I personally rate it between 7,000 and 10,000 quid.
That's a long way off.
A long way off.
Here it is today, your chance to buy a very, very special bike with tremendous history. Let's face it, it is totally unique. So a bit of British military history that is connected to the D-Day landings. It's absolutely amazing. I've got some bids with me. I'm starting at 15, 15,000, 15, 15, 16, 17, 17,000, 17. Going then, £17,000. Here's the 5. 17 for the first, 17 for the second. Third and last time, 17,000, very provisional. Thank you.
This is where you struggle to see the value in things, isn't it? Not popular today.
The only bid on the table was Derek's commission bid of 17,000. A lot of money, but the vendor wasn't happy with that. So it went back, and the rest of the collection didn't fare much better.
463 is a 43 BSA M23. Rare bit of kit, that. 5,300 only. I hate to, but I've got to pass on that, I'm sorry. 475, 39 BSA 350, 5,400. Can't do it, got more on my sheet. 57 BSA A10 Rocket Gold Star, 5,800. Amazing the way these bikes have gone. Absolutely amazing. Would have doubled that 5 years ago.
Guys my age, your age, even Dave's age, they don't want to run them. They're too heavy, they're too old. We want a bit more refinery and we want to press a button, it starts, you know. We don't want to spend 10 minutes trying to kick the bloody thing off, do you? Thinking, I hope it goes. They've had the day. Pre-war cars, pre-war bikes, gone. Market's gone. Simple as that. It might come back one day. I doubt it very much, really.
We always said years ago, we want to experience as many cars as we can while we're still able to do it. So we've done it. We don't go on holidays or anything like that, so we just like buying cars and that, you know?
Every now and again, Andy Jones and his wife Helen get the itch to own a new classic car. That familiar tingle has reappeared, which means making more space and letting two of their most prized possessions go.
This is a 1936 Derby Bentley, 4 1/4 litre, with coachwork by Kellner of Paris. We've had a very enjoyable 3 years with her. I think it's time for something different.
Oh, it's incredible, the history of the car. I mean, when we get another one, it'll have to be just as good, basically.
This particular one was built for Jean Dupont of the Calvados Company. They ordered 2. We don't know what the other one was. We don't know how it ended up or where it is. Probably doesn't exist, because this was Normandy through the war where this car was. Extremely well hidden, I would have thought.
I get attached to them, that's my problem. my heart says keep it. I just want the experience of different cars, whether it's 2 CVs, you name it. Well, we've had those. Marinas we've had in the past. We're not posh.
No, I still eat beans on toast, that sort of thing, egg and chips, you know. Don't have caviar, do we? No, anything like that, no.
To be fair, the other car they're letting go is more transport cafe than fine dining.
So 1933, Austin 7, Box Saloon RP is the model name of it.
I loved the Austin 7 when I was a kid. My dad used to take me to little car shows and see them. I think, oh, they're so sweet and cute.
I'll tell you what, it has got aircon on it, look. You watch this. This is your pre-war aircon. Look at that. Just comes blasting in there, you see. Thought of everything for a little Austin. In terms of price, we sort of think aiming about 55 for the Bentley and perhaps 6 to 8 for the Austin. I imagine once we watch them being driven away, it'll be quite sad, but the very nature of the cars means they're bound to get good owners, really. It's just time for a change, really.
My heart is, well, it would be broken, but what can I do? I mean, whatever car I get so attached to them. That's my problem, because I love my cars anyway. I love any sort of car, really.
Derek's arrived in North Wales. His mission is to collect the pair of contrasting pre-war vehicles from Helen and Andy Jones.
Lovely to see you both. I know we spoke on the phone, but you can't beat meeting in the flesh, can you?
No,
good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Aye, lovely. I'm looking at, oh, isn't she beautiful? Lovely colour. Isn't it beautiful? That Brooklands green or British Racing green, isn't it? Beautiful. And the little Austin, can I have a look?
Yeah.
Good shot. Usable. Oh, she's very smart, isn't she? That's a nice colour again. They make a lovely change from black all the time.
Oh, I know.
Or black and maroon. And yeah, that's it, yeah. Oh, she's nice.
It's got the original engine.
Original
gearbox
crank.
and crank.
Has it? So she's 2 bearing this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like
It's just
this.
nice.
And
Neat wiring.
neat
Yeah,
wiring.
smart, isn't it?
Look like
Yeah.
the others
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
drenched in it.
absolutely right.
Lady Jane, this is called.
Is it?
And that's Duchess.
Duchess.
Well, it is, isn't she?
Duchess of Duke Street. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Derek's passion for Bentleys is legendary.
Right, let's see if we can get in.
And there's no way he could turn down an offer to climb aboard and get behind the wheel.
Sweet, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Elegant car, this, mate. Oh, it isn't. But that's so lovely.
It's beautiful. The sound of those gears is beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I think he's driving her beautifully. I don't think he wants to get out of the car. She looks beautiful. A lot of memories. Oh, I'm going to cry when she's gone.
Twice I've been asked, have we owned this car from new? But so I know a very good plastic surgeon. Yeah, is that enough chocolate biscuits for you?
It just thanks, love. I'll just take them wrapped up ones. Look, thanks very much.
Here comes Lady Jane.
In Wales, now Derek's built his strength up, 2 30s British classics are ready for loading.
Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You stay in it. I'll winch you on.
OK.
Because the wheels will just be on the ramp. A bit of grease under there, isn't you?
Yeah.
Lovely. I'll guide you then, OK?
Yeah, you do. Smooth runner, this, isn't it?
Quiet, isn't it? A little bit this way, man. No. Straight, Sarah Lie, straight. A little bit of left, not a lot. Yeah. Straighten up. Yep. Hold her there, mate. Hold her there. Whoop, whoop. Let's just go back a little bit. Right, that's narrow wheelbase, that. Bashing off narrow.
Yes.
Let her go back. Can't understand that.
Right. To be very careful here. I know. He knows what he's doing, though. OK.
Get ready with a brake, mate.
Yeah, it's on.
That's it, that'll do. Lovely. I must have picked up 150 Austin 7s like that. I've never known that before.
Unique selling point.
Yeah.
The rare, narrow, front-axled Austin 7.
It's just a proper-looking car. The colour's right, the condition looks right. 7, 8 grand. 7-ish is his money, without a doubt.
Loading the 4.25 litre 1936 Bentley should be a simpler job.
Now, you're going to put it on nice and steady.
All right.
OK, good, I trust you. Yeah, straighten up, straighten up. Yeah, that's it. This way a touch, not a lot. Yeah, go for it. Perfect, about another 3 foot. I'll tell you when. Steady away, steady, steady, steady. Steady, whoa. Perfect, there you go. Well, how about that, eh? You'd have thought you'd have driven before, wouldn't you? Bang on that, mate. That's worth 50 grand all day long, this car. 50 grand all day long. It'd be an insult if people start saying, no, I wouldn't give 50 grand if it ain't worth it. They're wrong. It's an insult. Lovely car. Lovely, lovely car. But once they're on, they don't come off.
No.
No way. It's always useful having someone like Andy about when you're loading up and messing about with motors, you know. But I get to some places, you know, they don't give you any help at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well do them all, eh?
You've come a long way to get your straps oiled. Vintage oil can as well, look.
Can't beat meeting super people, picking up beautiful cars, lovely area, lovely sunny day. Can't want any more, can you?
As long as they enjoy them and put them in the garage in the winter months and keep them warm and cosy, that's what we want.
Right, lovely. That's it, Em? Good. I'll get on the road. I'd like to be back before dark if I can.
Yes. Strange moment. It is a strange moment.
God.
It is odd, isn't it? Emotional, but, you know, we've had pleasure with them. They'll go to a happy new owner, I'm sure. Then we'll get something else.
Righto, mate. Right hand down, mate.
Are we all right on the front?
Oh, well, you're getting close there. Straighten up. Yeah. Look, that's it. A little bit of right. Yeah, not too much. Yeah.
The 1930s British classics are being unloaded.
Too much straight. That's it. Whoa. A bit of left hand down. No.
Derek's grandson, Jack, is dealing with the rather narrow Austin 7.
Keep it right on the very edge. Steady on. Let me have a look. Yeah, go on. You're OK. Yeah, you're all right now. Off you go. Left hand. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're there. Hey, look at this. Isn't she lovely? She's a little Austin 7, little box, we call it. Interior is superb, nicely carpeted out, nice dashboard. I've got a thing about dashboards, as I was told years and years ago. One eye on the road, one eye on the gauges. That's basically what you do. And if you haven't got a nice dashboard to look at, well, it's pointless, isn't it? You know, you want something nice to look at. And in general, it's just a really nice little motor. Look at this lovely engine bay. Look how lovely and honest and genuine. Sweet little engine, new fuel pump on it. It's lovely wheels as well, by the way. I'm a big thing of wheels. Wheels and windows make a car. Now, them wheels are absolutely bang on. It's going to make 7,000 quid-ish, something on that sort of line. Obviously, one that maybe didn't have any speckling on and such like, in other words, recently been painted to a good standard. Nowadays, we'll probably make towards 10. But as a gentleman said when I picked it up, he didn't want a mint one. He's not interested in concours. He wanted one to use. That's the most important thing. Look at that. Lovely, lovely vehicle. Very, very usable. And so stylish. Now, listen to that engine. You can hardly hear it.
All I can hear is that Ferrari look-alike.
Oh, that's rubbish. It's just mind-blowing, really, isn't it? This interior to die for, absolutely fantastic. The door configuration, I mean, look at the thought and the workmanship gone into this. Stunning, absolutely amazing. Door shut beautifully, look. Solid as a rock, absolutely solid. Shut line's perfect, beautiful boot area. Very standard sweeping boot like that, but not with the cutout, the indentation for the spare wheel cover. That makes it, doesn't it? Look at the width of that back end. Beautiful, beautiful lines. Words escape me, really, because I'm just in awe of it. That's the word, I think.
Derrick's eulogy to the Bentley stops just short of beatification. In its perfection, he still sees room for improvement with the headlamps. P100s, to those in the know.
You know, I just feel that the P100s might be just a tiny weeny bit too big for it. And if you could just visualise that car with them lamps off, then all of a sudden you would see the magnificent grille, the rake of the bonnet, the thickness and the width of the wings and such like, rather than your eyes going to the headlamps. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, it's an observation, not a criticism. That's all it is, an observation. It's going to be somewhere between 50 and 60, and I think someone's getting an absolute bargain. Let's hope someone sees it and takes advantage of it. I wish I could, but you know, I can't have any more. I can't afford any more. I've got one similar to it, but nowhere near as nice a car as that. Bentley 4 1/4. Ah! Oh, this is something else. Oh, I would love this car. Without a doubt, the nicest Bentley of this model I've ever seen. Pillarless saloon. It is just to die for me. Rare, French-built Bentley, Kellner of Paris. They're reckoned to be the best coach builder in Europe, including UK. £20,000, 22, 24, 26, 28, 28,000. Driven it myself. Love it to bits. So there you go. Where are we on to? 30, 30, 32, 32, 32, 32, 34, 36, 36, 38, 38,000. 40, 40,000, a lot more on my sheet. It's nowhere near reserve. You're going to have to find some more, but I'm sure you're happy to do that. On the telephone, 40,000. Provisional, it will need to be more. You might as well warn the gentleman now.
OK, mate, thank you very much. The girls will be in touch.
Hello, Andy. Paul Mathewson at the auction. He'll increase his offer up to 42.5, but that's where he's out. That's his lot. Are you sure? All right, mate. No problem. I'll pull the lever. Take care, bye-bye. Sold his Bentley. You know, lovely car, aren't they? But they're just not what they were, are they, you know? And as we keep saying, it's moving on a generation, you know. Don't want to use pre-war cars.
The little Austin 7, we all know if there's one car that is bucking the trend with its pre-war stuff being difficult to move, it is Austin 7. Who's got 5? 5, 5.2, 5.4. Cannot go wrong with Austin 7s. 5,600, frankly, you bidding gentlemen. I'm selling it provisional. I thought it might do 6,000 or 7,000 this one, but there you go. 5.6, 5.8. Got a bit of discretion. 6,000, 6.2. Do you want 3? 6.3, 63, 4, 5, 65, 66. What's up with him? Oh, he's got upset. I bet he's been trying to buy this Austin 7 all day. That's what's upset him. £6,800. 6.9. 7,000. All done then. £7,000. Thank you for your bidding, chaps.
As predicted, the Austin 7's price held up better than its pre-war rivals.
I really wanted to experience a really old car, not just admire them from afar, but to actually own one and drive one and get to learn how to drive it and also to maintain it. I've never really had the courage to actually bite the bullet and own one. I felt that now was the right time. I'd found a car that felt right for me. It had a story, it looked great, and I decided now was the right time.
The Kellner Bentley, an oh-so-British car with added Parisian coach builder's twist, has found a new home in the heart of England, in Leicestershire. New owner, Alistair Winner, loves it.
I mean, I can't say I went into the auction planning to buy this car, but this car in particular was quite intriguing. It has a fascinating history, you know, which is always important, I think, with an older car to understand its provenance. And, you know, it was within a price range that was something I would be prepared to pay. It had to be one of these 30s designs with the flowing fenders and the very long bonnet. Absolutely perfect for me. And I like the fact that it's the original body, but it's just a classic shape, swooping, and it's just so elegant and just a beautiful thing to look at. There she is. So this is a 4¼ litre, 6-cylinder engine with dual SU carburettors. It's essentially a Rolls-Royce engine, but incredibly reliable and you know, very torquey engine. Pleasure to drive it. No, I'm learning. It's part of the fun is to learn. Your mind is going all the time, having to think about what gear to be in, you know, where you are on the road, when to brake, especially. Yeah, it's a real art. I have by no means mastered it, but it's so much fun. I mean, we've smiled much more in this car in the short period we've had it than probably any car we've ever owned. It's such an amazing experience. It is pure, raw driving. You just try and stay on the left side of the road, frankly. It doesn't really corner that well, the steering is a little vague, and I'm sure I'll get used to it over time. Everybody stares at you, you know, this is not a car for the shy, that's for sure. It drives really well, I think. It's, you know, can keep up with modern traffic, very pleasant experience all told. This is exactly how I imagined the pre-war experience to be. I'm delighted with it. I think give me a lot of pleasure and fun and enjoyment, which is what motoring in a car like this is all about. Really happy with it.